you can go to Krishna, is no problem. But philosophically, one should be clear where one is situated in. This is my point. That you want to go and pray for your health, if you feel that I need some help, I have to go to Krishna, I should pray. Okay, it's okay, go and do it, it's no problem. But don't parallelly think that I am also practicing pure devotional service. Because then you will never be able to attain the platform of pure devotional service. Philosophy should be clear, our practice should be clear, and the gap between the philosophy and practice also should be clear.
Means level and aspiration.
Yes. It should be very clear that this is the philosophy, this is my practice, and this is the gap between my philosophy and practice. So if that is not clear, we will never be able to cover that gap. We will always be under illusion.
So would we just accept the circumstances that we're in and deal to Krishna?
We can.
Would that be the right way of going about it?
Yeah, but at the same time, we should also take care of the body. It's not like I become sick, then I think, okay, I leave it to Krishna. It's not like that. We also have our obligation to maintain the body. But that's not something to go and stand in front of Krishna and then say that, oh, Krishna, please take care of my body.
So we should have really looked after the body.
We should already look after the body. It's our obligation to take care of it. It's a spiritual master's property. So we should just take care of it nicely. Okay, please read.
The word Vibhrama is significant. Vibhrama means illusion as well as beauty. When a cloud rests on the peak of a great mountain, it appears to be sustained by the mountain, and at the same time it looks very beautiful. Similarly, the Lord has no need to sustain the earth on his trust. But when he does so, the world becomes beautiful, just as the Lord becomes more beautiful because of his pure devotees on the earth. Although the Lord is the transcendental personification of the Vedic hymns, he has become more beautiful because of his appearance to sustain the earth.
So Prabhupada, in the Bhagavad Gita, he gives the example of a diamond stone set in golden ring. He says that the devotee is like golden ring and the Lord is like diamond stone. And a diamond stone set in golden ring, they actually enhance the beauty of each other. So that's what is explained here. Okay.
Described herein as the potency of the Lord, this potency is invested by the Lord in the way that an expert sacrificial Brahmin puts fire in the Arani wood by the potency of Vedic mantras. By this arrangement, the world becomes inhabitable for both the moving and non-moving creatures.
What is this Arani wood?
Some kind of wood.
Arani wood is a type of wood which is used for sacrifice, especially to light fire. So there are different types of lighting fire. The best way of lighting fire is to actually chant mantra and then light fire. This is the best way of lighting fire. Okay. In order to start the fire in yajna, there are a set of mantras which, when qualified brahmanas chant, then the fire will automatically start by the sound vibration. That's the best way of starting fire. The next best way of starting fire is to rub the Arani wood. By rubbing the Arani wood, then fire can be started. Even now people do it. If you just rub the Arani wood, then because of the nature of the friction of the wood, then fire will come, then start the yajna fire with that. Otherwise, there is also the way of starting fire with the sunlight. Simply by using the sunlight, one can start fire. So that's one way of starting fire. The least method of starting fire is to actually start fire from the previous fire. Normally, in Vedic system, there will be a set of Brahmin called as Agnihotra Brahmanas. Okay? And these Agnihotra Brahmanas, they will actually maintain the sacrificial fire in their house. And anyone who wants fire will go and get fire from their house and then they will start. Even nowadays also in Tamil Nadu, they say Agnihotram. Some of the Brahmanas, they say we are from Agnihotra type. But these people are actually meant to maintain the sacrificial fire. Same way, there is also, when a woman comes to married and she gets married and come to the house, she is supposed to bring fire into that house. And then that fire is supposed to be maintained for in the house eternally. And then from that fire, every day the cooking fire should be lighted and all those things should be done. And then if there's a daughter in the house, when she gets married, she will take that fire and then she will go to, she will take part of that fire and then she will go to her in the husband's house. There is a whole system of how fire travels, but nowadays we are not doing anything. We just light it, talk.
That is more vast.
Anyway, Kali Yuga, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Okay, please read. The conditioned soul.
Conditioned souls are devoted to the motherland in which they take their birth, but they do not know their father. The mother is not independent in producing children. Similarly, material nature cannot produce living creatures unless in contact with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us to offer obeisances unto the mother along with the father, the Supreme Lord, because it is the father only who impregnates the mother with all energies for the sustenance and maintenance of all living beings, both moving and non-moving.
Okay, please read this one.
When a scientist discovers something impressive to the ignorant mass of people, the common man without inquiry accepts such a discovery as wonderful. But the intelligent man is not struck with wonder by such discoveries. He gives all credit to the person who created the wonderful brain of the scientist. A common man is also struck with wonder by the wonderful action of material nature, and he gives all credit to the cosmic manifestation. The learned Krishna conscious person, however, knows well that behind the cosmic manifestation is the brain of Krishna, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.8 Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suriti Sacharacha. Since Krishna can direct the wonderful cosmic manifestation, it is not at all wonderful for him to assume the gigantic form of a boat and thus deliver the earth from the mire of the water. A devotee is therefore not astonished to see the wonderful boat because he knows that the Lord is able to act far more wonderfully by his potencies, which are inconceivable for the brain of even the most erudite scientist.
Yeah, so therefore, when such pastimes are described in the authentic Vedic literature, devotees they chant and hear and discuss about those pastimes with great relish. They are not foolish to consider such pastime as mythology. They don't think it is mythology. They relish these pastimes because they know that behind the cosmic manifestation is the intelligence of the Lord. The creation is an intelligent event. It is a completely, very tightly controlled and intelligent event. It is not some event which is random, which has no purpose. So therefore, that intelligent actor, the Supreme Lord, when his activities are described in different Vedic literatures, then it becomes a great source of pleasure for devotees. But the non-devotees who do not accept the supremacy of the Lord or the intelligence of the Lord, they simply want to say, oh, this is all mythology, or this is all some allegory, some mythology, something like that they speak. But the devotees are not like that. And they are not also surprised by the activities of the Lord. Okay, please read.
Therefore, when the drops of water from the tips of the Lord's shoulder hairs were sprinkled upon the bodies of the inhabitants of the higher planets, they felt purified.
So, normally if someone gets touched by the water which comes from a materialistic hog, then they have to go and take bath because the hog is always in gutter. But the body from the water from the body of Varahadev is actually purifying all the 14 planetary system. Okay.
Vishwam, Samastam is very significant here. There are the material world and the spiritual world. No one can know you because you are the unlimited. It is best not to try to know.